How to know if you're a chosen one. See, I tricked you a little bit because the thing is that we are all chosen, but only some of us are ready. Now, how do you know when you're ready? Well, first of all, the chosen ones who are ready, they are willing to walk into a frequency, a portal of the unknown, of the unseen, of the weird, of the strange. I have some notes here. When I was walking here and grounding and getting this download, this transmission for you, you know, Spirit says, and I know this because I've had to do this, you as a chosen one who is ready, right? We were all brought here for a divine purpose, okay? All of us. However, some of us who are not ready are not willing to be the weird ones, not willing to, and I don't want to say leave the matrix, but unplug from it from time to time. It's not that the matrix is terrible, it's that it needs to be disconnected from, it needs to be cleaned up, it needs to be something that you don't put and involve and embody and circle your whole life around it. Okay, and so you have to be willing to disconnect from that, however that looks. Okay, it could be a relationship, it could be a friendship, a business partnership, it could be a job. Hello, Spirit is saying some of you are losing your jobs. I made 2 videos about this. The first one was leave your job, and the second was that job cuts are coming. Today is June 27, 2025, but that job cuts are coming in July 2025, even though astrology says it. Okay, but some of you don't want to because of fear, and I totally understand fear. As a nurse for 16 plus years and then leaving something that I thought was stable, right, a paycheck, and then people looking at me crazy, like why won't you just go back to work? There's plenty of contracts available. As a travel nurse, I could have a job just like this, and I often did in hours. But having to leave that and disconnect from that comfortable, quote unquote comfortable, because it actually was hindering, and we'll get to that, leaving that comfortable stability, right, was terrifying. And it's not that we, the chosen ones who are ready, are not terrified. It's just that we're willing to do it scared. Like, we're willing to do the work that it takes. It takes a lot of deep work when you've been connected to the matrix for so long, right? You've been stuck in this belief and these mindsets that you have to go to work to and work hard and endure cycles of trauma and pain. You've believed that that is what is necessary. Okay? But guess what? It's not. It's not what is necessary. So you have to be willing to unplug from that comfortability. And it's incredibly, incredibly uncomfortable. But a chosen one who is ready is willing to do that work. It's actually emotionally taxing because 10 chances to 1, if you have been plugged into the matrix, not all the 9-to-5s jobs are terrible, by the way. Some people love their jobs. It could be a relationship. It could be a mindset. It could be a behavior. It could be religion. Something that has you plugged into this oppressive system and this quote unquote safe container that your soul, your highest self is trying to push you out of, is trying to burst it out of you. And it may do it by cutting your job. Okay? Because you have this desire, this soul's desire to leave, some of you, and you can't because of fear, because your unwillingness to look strange and cringy and crazy. And I'm being hard on you, but this is hard. It shows so much compassion because it is. It's terrifying. But this is why I, as a nervous system empath, I can pick up on dysregulated. I'm picking up dysregulated nervous system from the collective. And as a nervous system empath, I'm not picking up on just your emotion. I'm picking up on your dysregulation. The thing is that the regulation of your nervous system is what will help you to transition into a chosen one who is ready to be weird and strange, who is ready to grieve old relationships and old jobs, even though it's painful and it can be traumatic. But you do that, right? Sacred mother, grandmother, great universe, God, she is giving you the tools, right? You have your ancestors, you have nature. That's why I'm here. I'm in nature, right? Grounding myself, getting the medicine, because sometimes this path of the chosen one who's ready is scary. Scary as shit sometimes. But that's why I'm here. You have to be willing to take that medicine in that thing, right? That behavior, that pattern, that job, that relationship, that friendship, whatever, that you're afraid to leave because you're scared of the identity of you, that higher self, of what it's like when they're not there. You're like, what am I gonna, you're using it as a lifeline. You're holding on to the job, you're holding on to the relationship, you're holding on to all of this shit, and I totally understand. But you're holding on to it because you think that that is the only way you will thrive. And your nervous system is, and fear and ego, right? None of them are evil. But they think that they're keeping you safe at that job, in that relationship, in that mindset, that behavior, that pattern that you need to cut. So it's your job to coddle them. That's the work that I've been doing almost off of a regular 9-to-5 paycheck, whatever. In the past, it'll be a year and like 2 months. September 2025 will be a year I've been off of work as a nurse, not receiving a steady paycheck, but just allowing faith and God, source, universe, creator, my ancestors and guides to guide me, okay? So you have to be willing to do that work. Take that time off, regulate your nervous system, which is what I have to do. You're detoxing from a dysregulated nervous system brought on by the matrix, brought on by your comfortability. What you think is saving your life is actually harming you. So yes, you are a chosen one in that job. You're still a chosen one. You're still divine. You're still beautiful. I have chills on my thigh. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my God, you're like so special. Like, are you kidding me? You're freaking amazing. If you get off of work and sit on the couch and eat junk food, you're still amazing. You're still a chosen one. The difference is you only think that you're worthy because of the job or the relationship or the behavior, the pattern, whatever, and that's not the case. That's the problem. It's not the world that's the problem, okay? It's that you don't know that you're a chosen one who is divine, who deserves joy, who doesn't have to produce to determine their worth or measure their worth, is not determined by their producing, their hustle, the job, the grind, whatever. Okay? You don't know that, so you're staying in your comfortability because you're afraid of what's next. Do it scared. I was scared. Sometimes I still get scared because life is so good, and how did all of these miracles happen? How is the rent paid? How do I have food? How do I have treats? How am I able to just rest at the freaking park for 3 hours if I went to? At the ocean? How do I just get to take a nap? How do I get to only work 1 or 2 hours a day? How do I get to nurture my inner child who just wants to play and play makeup and create and healing trauma? But you're afraid, you're missing out on all of that because of you're obeying fear. It's okay that you're scared. If you do it, if you're waiting to not be scared to make some type of risk, take some type of risk, then you'll be waiting forever. It's the risk comes first. The leaving whatever it is comes first. And then the reward comes. And the reward for you could be simply that you recognize that you just get to wake up and live in this cyclical world and be provided for, be paid to exist. Okay, that wealth is actually inside of money. Is great. Like I like money. Like we're cool. We're our relationship is building, you know, but we don't obey money and make money the defining factor of what we do next. Oh, I don't have enough money. How long is money going to be your master? How long are you going to sit and worship at the altar of money? When the real worth is inside of you, the real value is inside of you. So you get to be valuable and rest. Take a hiatus. You don't want to quit your job? Fine. Do it slowly. Take a hiatus. Take a sabbatical. Regulate your nervous system so that your nervous system, it's an alarm and it's really loud, so you can't hear the downloads, the transmissions of the inspirations for the next business, the next relation, the next location. Some of you are supposed to be in another location. You're like, oh, I don't have love. I don't have love. If you left your job, took a risk, even if it was a hiatus, and you got that desire to take that trip and you did it despite your fear, okay, fine. Do it with someone else if you're scared. Pray, prepare yourself for safety and protection. That's what you do. This is how the chosen ones move throughout the world. We pray, we call in ancestors, angels, guides, Great Mother, Creator, Universe, God, whatever, because we know that we're supported. I don't really know if you don't believe in a higher power. I'm not trying to, I just saying, I don't know what that's like. I'm not religious. I'm not Christian. Love my spirit team that has my back. I don't know really how you're going to do it without that. I can't speak to that. Okay. You could possibly do it and I could be, I don't know. Anyway, what I'm saying is you have to move forward as a chosen one. Because otherwise you can't see your divinity. You can't see your worth. You can't see your value. Okay, it's my job to help you regulate. Thank you, Spirit. It's like they're like, wrap it up. Okay, not in a hurry, but regulate your nervous system. Build your faith. Okay, recognize that you're worthy of being different. You're worthy of being provided for despite the hard work. Okay, like I said, I've been off of work for almost a year. Sometimes I'm like literally, oh, where's the next money coming from? Like, where's the next money? And it just, everything I need just comes to me. This is not even a flex. I'm literally telling you that. And you'll think, I'm not trying to tell you I'm a millionaire yet. I don't have that. But I have everything that I literally need, which is more than money. That's the thing. It's more than money. Emotional wealth. Okay? And you'll see that if you leave. I have some free nervous system regulation. I have the Empress Method, which is a free masterclass helping you to magnetize, helping you to regulate your nervous system. It's free. Also a free feminine nervous system guide with some rituals in there, you know, down in the temple. I'll leave the link below for you. And then I also have some paid offerings from Fear to Faith. It's a 7-day nervous regulation. Every day for 7 days, I'm giving you a drip. Okay, so it's like I think it's like the max is like 45-minute lectures a day or something. Like, it's not every day is 45 minutes, some are 15, some are 20, depending on what was channeling through me. So I have that, and it has some somatic, which means of your body. It's helping you to release that energy to help you prepare to take a risk. Okay, or if you're like me who took the risk first and it wasn't like a huge actually it really wasn't preparation at all. But anyway, I'll get you into that. So this could help you to regulate your nervous system. I'll put the links below for you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.